welcome incoming freshmen. You probably got a lot of questions, and you're probably not sure how a lot of things work or what to do. But we're just here to give you some tips that we found along the way.
I mean, we were freshmen, like, what, 4 months ago?
Yeah.
Technically, we still are, so we were as lost as you are. But we've got a few ideas of what you should really be thinking about now.
One of the main ones is if you're going to be proactive about anything, especially if you're not going to be proactive about your classes, at least be proactive about registering for things. And that goes for classes, parking, anything. You'll be glad you did. It makes things easier. For instance, I was late on registration today, and I ended up getting all the classes I want, but not necessarily at the time I want. And so maybe you don't enjoy your classes, but at least you probably want them at nice times, whenever you want. So just be proactive about it.
And this first time, your advisors will help you out with the process, but it's good to get acquainted with it now and be on top of it so you know how it works later and how it's going to affect everything. And we're not just talking about class registration, we're talking about anything, like parking passes. You want to get a decent spot on campus? Just go for it.
Just as soon as it opens online, just start registering. You'll be glad you don't have to walk miles.
Jump on that, like, seriously, or you'll have to wait another year.
And also, you should be proactive about your classes too.
We're not ignoring that.
It's just, this isn't high school anymore, and everybody's been telling you that, but it's really the truth. And you can't really do things last minute. You can, but you'll get tired of it. You know, even if you can get it done, you just won't want to anymore eventually.
You don't want to burn out halfway through the semester. You don't want to be that student.
And you'll find that even though you're still doing the same assignment and takes the same amount of time, it feels like you have more time if you just get it done early and then use the rest of your time for whatever.
Just start with it up front. Be mindful of when you're doing things and how you're doing things. No one is a better judge than you, but you've got to have a little discretion about when these things need to happen.
Another tip is to just be honest with your professors and tell them when you mess up and tell them when you need help. And the more you talk to them, the more likely they are to be understanding and help you out. For example, today also, I completely forgot to do a first draft of my essay. It was an essay worth 30% of my grade, and I told my teacher, and she said, "It's fine, I just won't count it because it's a rough draft. It won't be for any points." And so it kind of saved me just emailing her and being honest and saying, "Hey, I messed up, it's my fault. What can we do to fix it, you know?"
And depending on your case, you might end up being a student with special needs. You might be a DRC. You might have accommodations. And it's better to be upfront about those and actually employ them rather than try and let it slide or try to tough it out. Because a professor has a lot more respect for someone who's open about those issues and those concerns than somebody who's afraid to speak up or thinks they're above it.
Next, you should also take care of your health, both physically and mentally, because if you're not fit enough to go to classes or you can't handle all the stress of college, you just won't make it. So you have to be sure to not only take care of your grades, but yourself.
We were talking about mid-semester burnout. You'll hear the term midterm flu. It's a thing. People get sick, people get stressed, and everyone starts collapsing. It's a thing, and you need to watch out when it happens. If you take good care of your mental and physical health throughout the semester, you'll be better guarded against it, and knowing it's a thing, you can also defend better against it. And there's not much mercy when it comes to absences in college, we're afraid.
Plus, nobody wants to be sick. Nobody wants to be stressed.
Yeah.
Just take care of yourself. It's more enjoyable that way. And lastly, you will make mistakes. You will miss papers. You will get Fs. You will miss classes. You will make all sorts of mistakes. And it's just part of the first year experience, and the second year, and the third year, and the fourth year.
You're
continue.
human. You're gonna screw up.
Don't worry about it. Literally everyone makes mistakes. Everyone is making the same mistakes. Just keep going. Don't worry about it. Do the best you can. That's all you can ask.
You can't bank on that understanding of everyone screwing up, but just know that everyone does, and it's not the end of the world the first time you miss an assignment.
And that's pretty much all we have. Good luck.
You got to keep an open mind, keep proactive, consider everything, and stay level about it. Stay on your feet, and you'll find your way through it one way or another.
Most importantly, just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.